Hi there, how are you doing today? I'm happy to be with you again. So today we carry on the series that we started yesterday. So I'm using a different section of my complex, um, and I'm just enjoying using the backdrop of the sun. So yesterday we captured it quite well. I think it sort of came out quite good. So we're using it again today. So, like I did say, there'll be various topics that we'll be covering on entrepreneurship. And this first in the series is why people refuse. Pretty much knowing very well that all the odds against them in having a proper lifestyle that will aid them all the way past retirement. So, one of the reasons that we highlighted yesterday, which was the main one, was people are scared just to start off being an entrepreneur when they know very well that their single income revenue stream is just not sufficient. Yeah, it's sort of sufficient, but someone asked this question: what would happen if your salary was delayed by a month? Think about that for a second. If they called you up and said, hey, listen, we will not pay you for 1 month, are you going to panic? Are you going to meet your bills? Will the bank start calling? Will credit card uh, companies start calling on you? Will other debtors be calling on you? Will you be able to meet and make other immediate obligations? And once your salary is delayed by a month, uh, let me ask you this: what if an emergency pops up? Can you cover? Can you be able to absorb any emergency that pops up? Statistics show that in the US alone, an average in terms of savings that people have is 17 days. That's the majority of the population in the US. Okay? On average, people all across board, pretty much you're looking at uh, them only having savings for 17 days. Now, with the COVID, you can only imagine what has happened right now. It means people's savings have been wiped out. Okay? If not, they're just about to wipe out. So, really, again, back to the question of fear, why people are scared and have issues in just stepping out to being entrepreneurs. It's that, you know, remember the society that we're in. For hundreds of years, there's been sort of one system, which is you send to school, work, make sure you get good grades. After you get those grades, you're almost guaranteed to get a good job. Once you get a job, you work hard, make helps you get promoted, and then after 30, 40 years or 60 years, then you retire, and there's a stash of cash that has been saved on your behalf by the government that you can start drawing upon until you sort of depart the earth. So again, like I highlighted yesterday, it's very clear that one revenue stream will not suffice. And now, um, based on society, the way we are, the way we've been shaped, if you try and get away from the norm, which is the comfort zone, and the norm of society everywhere, is that when you try and get away from the grain, you become the black sheep. And the chances of success in entrepreneurship, granted, they're quite slim. You know, one in maybe 100 business survives in 10 years. Okay, so you look at all those statistics and you're thinking, look, why don't I just carry on with this current job that I have as a safety net? Okay, so to overcome that, one of the things that I employ is you probably start off small. Okay, again, I think we've hit the wall. I'm making a U-turn. I think you should try and consider starting small. Okay, start off small, baby steps, and then see what happens. And also, one of the ways of countering the fear of entrepreneurship is hang out with people who are very entrepreneurial. Hang out with people that have got a drive. Hang out with people that have got goals set out towards entrepreneurship. Hang out with people that are actually successful entrepreneurs in their own right. Hang out with people that have got multiple streams of income. Okay? You'll be so amazed that the fear that you had is not necessarily as bad as it may seem. You know, all of a sudden it starts to dissipate because now you're thinking around people. So when I was in employment and I was beginning to transition, which was probably about 14 years ago, I know I look very young. Thank you very much. So about 14 years ago, I surrounded myself with multimillionaires, people who are running businesses, franchise business, so that I get a full understanding. And some of the wisdom and the insight they gave me was unbelievable. You know, they told me, look, what you're getting into is very tough. Also keep in mind that you've entered a place where 90% of the world avoids. You know, so all of those things prepared me. Eventually I ended up to build a company that was valued at, you know, in hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, which I'll share in the coming videos. But the point I'm making is, so we've dealt one of the primary reasons why people don't become entrepreneurs and how you can sort of overcome that, you know, which is fear. The fear of failure is usually greater than the prospect of having that great life with endless possibilities, you know, and that fear can be as a result of our surroundings as well. You know, generally as a world, like I said, we have a specific system, and this system is that you work hard, go to school. After you graduate, what happens next is that you get a formal job which should see you through. Okay, so I think that's about it. I don't want to make these videos way too long, so we'll try and keep them as short as I have right now, you know, and then we'll pick it up again tomorrow and we'll move on to the next reason why people don't become entrepreneurs, even when they know very well that their single income stream, which is a job, it is not sufficient. Okay, so I look forward to catching up with you guys again once again tomorrow. You take care and enjoy your day. Bye for now.